Live at 4, Scopely is going to rework NOIR. That's right. There was a video out on Benny Westside's channel, and I highly recommend going watching it because there's a lot of stuff in there. I'm just going to go over some of the things that I thought were really cool. The first one being is that there's going to be a new team calling what? Spider Society. And Spider-Man NOIR, and what's the other one? Ghost Spider. Ghost Spider and NOIR are going to be a part of a skill raid team. What? But Ghost Spider is bio, and NOIR is Mystic. I guess they're going to have dual tags. Now, in the video, it was titled Peter B. Parker. He accidentally slipped out Penny. Like in the video, I heard him say Penny. So what that leads me to believe is that there was a Tana data mine, I'll get out of the way, going back 11 days ago, where he pulled in the data mine not only Peter B. Parker and Penny Parker, he also did Spider-Man India, which is PAV. It's a longer name, but I think the short for it is PAV. So I'm going to guess that's going to be the teams. It's supposed to be a skill raid team, and all I know is invaders are trash. So stay tuned. There's definitely going to be more videos and more information about that. The one other thing in the video that seemed pretty cool was the dual tags, but they also said that Spider-Woman was going to get the Spider-Verse tag. I guess she didn't have the Spider-Verse tag. And I just want to say this. There was a question about tags a long time ago on Reddit. It's an outrage that Phylavel is not Kree. And then Cerebro responded, the traits that certain characters get in the game are usually weighted more heavily on their function than your overall characteristics. If a trait you consider to be a huge oversight isn't present, the comment pump usually has a reason for it, and it could include future plans for that character or trait. So yeah, traits and origins and all that stuff often don't make a lot of sense in the game, and that's because they gameplay and overall design and function is more important. So they are going to do some dual tags, and I don't know if it's all going to be dual tags, but you know, I don't think it's going to create a secondary team like bio raid team and a skill raid team for the price of one. I mean, just for the fact that NOIR is Mystic. And I'm guessing that's why they picked NOIR, is because he's Mystic. So, start upgrading him now, I guess. I mean, we got Leader, and then I guess this is going to be the team after that. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot of good stuff here today on Reddit. Is there anywhere players can put genuine suggestions for the game? And I love it when Reddit gives the correct answer. I'm sure we had ideas or want things changed, wonder if there's somewhere to suggest these things. There's minor changes that I think would benefit players, and then they've got their suggestions, which is fine. I think that's great. But the top post here, it says players' voice movement on Discord, constantly talking to developers about what players like to see in the game. And that is probably going to be the most efficient use of anyone's time. If they wanted to make these suggestions, it's most likely to be seen there. Now, they do read Reddit. But I think they're more active on the Discord for sure. Please give us the Storm we deserve. So with the announcement of Professor X coming in the game, personally, I'd like to see a different version of Storm. One we have now is so bad, mega level mutant, but she should be a legendary character for sure. I'd love to see her made in a legendary version, some insane abilities to boost. She is my favorite mutant of all time. I'm so disappointed at the fact that she is pretty much a wet noodle in this game. Yes. I have no information on this, pure speculation. But if I was a betting man, I'd bet $1 that they would do something later, you know, years down the road, you know, maybe. It just doesn't seem that unreasonable to me that we could get a legendary version of Storm. Probably won't be a rework though. Anyways, anyone that thinks this game is a lot to keep track of, yes, and the game is getting more and more complicated. So many characters in the game, or so much to keep track of. They all do some crazy ass shit. Every single move and every single passive on all the room bonuses. and how each passive benefits each other characters. Like, I want to try to give an example. I can't give you a single good tune where I remember everything exactly what they do and how their passive works. So much to keep track of and really overwhelming. And this was a thing pretty much in every game I've ever played, where specifically Galaxy of Heroes, it just seems like it got more and more complicated and longer and longer. I mean, if you go back and look at some of the hand characters, they've got like 5-word passives, you know what I mean? And it's over, you know what I mean? And now, you know, if we go and look at the passives on, like, specifically, like, some of the new characters coming out, like Mephisto, oh my God, or even Super Scroll, it's just paragraphs on paragraphs. But I just think that this is a thing. This happens in literally every free-to-play character game that lasts long enough. Is endless items, resources, game modes, characters, abilities, orb shards, advanced web story to keep up track of, and never get rid of it because of the economy facade. Yep. So it just, things get more and more complicated. And I agree. You know, I'm sure we're going to start complaining more and more every time we got a book to read. It's just it's the way the game goes. 6 years and no boss battles. Come on, Scope, 6 years of the game, and you haven't given us one boss battle. I'm not talking about strong apocalypse in a node. I mean a huge ass enemy is so big we have our teams attacking in different parts of it. Galactus, Celestial, Master Mold, Sentinel, Ego, Fin Fang Boom, Turbulent Beyonder, etc. Now, I did ask this question back at the summit, and I was given an answer. I'm not going to give the answer because it doesn't really matter. But there was the short answer. The short version of it is there was some tech limitations, and the tech animations on many of the older characters, if not all the characters, would have to be redone. But so what? Make it happen, Captain. Let's get a boss battle. I don't care if it takes everybody on your team 2 months to make. Let's be awesome. Let's do it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of other games have this, but I think Marvel Strike Force is, the way it's designed is more like a fighting game, and other games, they just make, they got one hitbox and they just make the boss really big, and it's super easy to do. But we see it in so many other games. You think that they would have thought of that before they built the game the way they did. I don't know. Let's make it happen. Must be a way to improve the web store so it doesn't crash every day at refresh. No kidding. It's a bit ridiculous every single day. At this time, the React website crashes, obviously because too many people try to connect, but surely something can be done. Just blows my mind that there aren't enough resources from $1 billion game to figure out how to keep a website up during high volume times. I mean, I don't know much about this kind of stuff, but don't they just do it through Amazon World Services? And don't they just need to scale out and pay more money so that it never happens? Maybe not. I'm sure if it was that easy, they would do it. Or I wonder if this is just a function of them cutting costs. Not sure. Craven doesn't get lifesteal from Vulture passive in DD6, and this is a known issue, and I just want to talk about it again. But I'm guessing you have Craven to the left of Vulture. Yeah, make sure Vulture is in the Sinister Six member furthest to the left, and how you have your team laid out in the drain should work for everyone. It's supposed to do. I did extensive testing on this. I tried it so many different ways, but yeah, put Vulture on the far left. It's a bug. And like this, putting Vulture to the left if you want to get the drain. I tested. It doesn't work right. This has been reported. Absolutely has been reported. Also, in the description, I will put a link to Baka's doc on Dark Dimension 7 on how they work. And like this, everybody was kind of surprised that this Nova did not have a special. Like, he just does ultimates, right? And so there's a lot of notes in here on how the waves drop and everything like that. So big shout out to Baka. Like right here, avoid vulnerables, no special, ultimate 1. I guess they're all coded a little differently. And when I get into Dark Dimension someday, I'll need this. Also going to give a shout out to Winston Wolf. There's an offer in the store, and if you need 50 Vol shards and the unique, then you can get that for 99 cents. And this is a chain offer. So the first offer is $1. The second offer, which is not that great, is $4. But then you get a lot of the catalysts. You get 3 of all of them and a million gold. And then for $10, you get a total of 24 uniques. And then the last one, well, it's not really free. It's just that the total of these are $16, and this is included. I don't like it's free. Okay, if it was free, you wouldn't have to buy these other three. So it's not free. It's $16. And you get what, half a diamond orb and 300 training materials. There's some other offers that I thought were interesting. If you're looking for uniques, I'm finding right now that my main bottleneck is uniques and the teal basic callus. That's where I'm having the biggest struggle. So they got that one there, and then lastly, if you're looking for training materials, and then you also got the unique right there for $10. And I just want to say this: I hit level 100, and I'm out of gold and training materials. I thought it was just like I had an abundance of gold and I just needed training materials. Well, I got to level 100 and all of my gold and training materials are gone. I got my war payout today, the reward, the season for the 2 weeks. And yeah, there was some gold in there, but it's not going to last very long. And then, we've got to buy pieces for Dark Dimension 7. I'm actually going to kind of back off on that. Now, one thing I want to mention is that the introduction of NOIR and Ghost Spider, and their city may change our Dark Dimension 7 recommendations, but we'll have to see what the actual rework. The video doesn't go into the details of the actual rework. All right. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now. Bye for now. RAP Windfall. Bye for now.